Years ago, when I was 11, I was staying home alone with my only little brother who was 7 at the time. It was about 9 PM, dark and pouring rain, and we were reading in our room. Now, our room was right next to the front door with a big window and open blinds. That's when I hear the front doorbell ring, followed by knocking. I thought my parents had arrived. Strange though, that they didn't use the garage or their keys. I looked outside to see their car, but there was nothing but rain. As I approached the door, I hear a man's voice that was not my father's yell through the torrent. "Would you like some cookies? We're selling Girl Scout cookies." I'm shocked at this, considering the weather and the time of day. Saying nothing, I check the peephole and peer through the side window, only to see that it was not a father and his girl as I expected. My heart dropped. Standing there was a fully grown man, maybe in his late 50s, no box of cookies in sight, soaking on my doorstep. I can remember the gut-wrenching feeling of having to check the locks while he was right on the other side of the door. For sure, he heard this. The 2 locks were the only things separating myself and brother from a potential monster. He continued to knock and mentioned his cookies again as I considered calling the cops. That's when I remember the blinds were open in my room where my brother was, with the lights turned on. As I turn the corner into our doorway, I see a man carefully peering through into our window, possibly eyeing my brother, distracted in his book. My heart was pounding now as I began to panic. In a move that took all of my willpower, I quickly turned off the lights and ran over to the window to close the blinds in full view of the man. As fast as I could, I double-checked all the locks in the house, closed all the blinds, and told my brother to go hang out in one of those big closets in the interior of the house. I didn't tell him what was going on so he wouldn't be frightened, and for some reason I never did call the cops or even my parents. I just waited in the hallway until he was gone. Thinking about it gives me shivers that so many things could have gone wrong that night. My worst fear since that night is a stranger getting to the unlocked door before I do. This happened to me just last Tuesday and I can't stop thinking about it. I'll start this story by saying I'm a 30-year-old female who lives with my fiance and our 2 dogs. I have 2 huskies. Now, my huskies are not guard dogs to save their life. They don't bark or howl. These dogs just love people so much. My friends have walked in on multiple occasions and the dogs don't make a peep. So anyways, it's 8 PM, it's dark out, and I'm home alone. My fiance was at a hockey game. I'm in the bathroom with the door closed and the blow dryer going, so I can't really hear anything that's going on around me. That is, until I hear one of the dogs howl. I stop the blow dryer and listen, thinking that the dogs are fighting again. Then, I hear a faint knock, and the dogs start going apeshit. Barking, howling, jumping into the bay window, so bad I thought they'd break it. I'm standing there thinking, what the fuck is making them go crazy like that? Maybe a dog or a skunk? I look out my bedroom window as it was the closest view to the front door for me. As I look out the window, there's 2 men in black hoodies standing at the front door. They start knocking louder, and this time, my 2-year-old husky jumps from the bay window to the front door and starts growling and ramming his body into the door. Now, I'm watching this from my bedroom, and as one of the dogs jump into the door, one of the men jumps back startled, looks at the other guy, and then they just walk away. I called my fiance to get home as soon as possible while watching them walk away down the road. They weren't selling anything, and they didn't even stop at any other house. I was so creeped out. I still am. Thank God for my crazy dogs, and to the scary men at my door, let's hope we never meet again.